The Secretary of State is Mike Pompeo. And Mike Pompeo yesterday said during a brief press availability that once every legal vote is counted, there will be a smooth transition into a second Trump administration. So he is continuing to appear to reject the fact that Democratic challenger Joe Biden is now the president-elect of the United States and has defeated Donald Trump. This is now going very high. This is not Republican senators being quiet. This is the Secretary of State, a top administration official, refusing to accept the results. And of course, why wouldn't he? The top administration official, Donald Trump, continues to say he won Pennsylvania and Nevada and Wisconsin and Georgia and other states. Let's take a look at the video of Mike Pompeo.
Is the State Department currently preparing to engage with the Biden transition team? And if not, at what point does a delay hamper a smooth transition or pose a risk to national security?
There will be a smooth transition to a second Trump administration. All right, we're ready. The world is watching what's taking place here. We're going to count all the votes. When the process is complete, there'll be electors selected. There's a process. The Constitution lays it out pretty clearly. The world should have every confidence that the transition necessary to make sure that the State Department is functional today, successful today, and successful with the president who's in office on January 20th, a minute afternoon, will also be successful.
So this is actually starting to sound mildly seditious, which is about right for this administration. This is actually terrifying, not because it might actually prevent Joe Biden from becoming president, but because it shows the level of disconnect from reality that more than just Donald Trump have. Or alternatively, the other explanation for why Mike Pompeo is doing this would be Pompeo knows that Trump lost, but he's been bullied into repeating this nonsense, which is arguably just as bad. Now, consider that Mike Pompeo has a lot of official travel coming up. In the next few weeks, Mike Pompeo is supposed to go to France, Turkey, Georgia, Israel, Qatar, the UAE, Saudi Arabia. The leaders of some of those countries that will be visited by Mike Pompeo in the coming weeks have already congratulated Joe Biden. Israel is an example. France is an example. The others I'm less sure about. What does Pompeo say to them when he gets there? We're not leaving. Don't worry. We're getting another term. You're going to be working with a second Trump administration and not a Biden administration, even though you've already congratulated Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. How is that going to work? And from Mike Pompeo's answer yesterday, this is still shaping up to be a very long couple of months and also a very humiliating couple of months for the Trump administration. And we've talked for years now about the normalization of really crazy things under the Trump administration. Comments like these from Mike Pompeo, these are unprecedented by state officials in situations like this. It is not common that in the United States, after an election is done, after the votes are in, showing that there is an irreversible victory by one candidate, after that individual has started an office of the president-elect, has started a transition, for a Secretary of State to still be denying that that is what has taken place. This is unprecedented, and we should not allow it to be normalized. First, they refused to assist in transition planning. Now they're suggesting there's no need for transition planning because Trump is going to get himself a second term. Now, I want to ask Trumpists a question, and I worry I know the answer. Where is the line? When will the disdain for democracy and the continued authoritarianism be too much even for Trumpists? I don't know that I need to ask, because recent polling shows that most Republicans now believe Donald Trump, that the election was stolen by Joe Biden. It's actually that bad. And why would we think there is a line? They've spent the last 4 years defending everything Donald Trump has said and done, no matter how outrageous, no matter how dystopian or authoritarian, including suggesting, as Donald Trump did, that he could murder someone on Fifth Avenue without any political repercussions. Why would we believe there is any line Trump could cross? There isn't. And this is actually Donald Trump's best chance at staying in office. The only thing that, if you force me to come up with, that I find the slightest bit interesting about this entire disaster is the idea that if Donald Trump really is going to try to just stay, his removal from the Oval Office on January 20th is going to be absolutely riveting and rewarding to see. But it will greatly damage and embarrass the country if it were to come to that. So as entertaining as it would be, as much as I would relish seeing Donald Trump being removed, I actually hope it doesn't happen, because it would be really bad for the country. The American people have spoken. It's time to go, guys. I get it. It's a thin margin, couple 100,000 votes in 4 states, 70,000 votes in 2 states. But Trump only won in 2016 because of 77,000 votes in 3 states. It was close then as well. If it were popular vote, Hillary would have easily won in 2016. By popular vote, Joe Biden won even more easily in 2020. But it's time to go. You're embarrassing yourselves. This was a fair and rightful process where people chose their leaders. They are not just trampling on the process, they're ridiculing the process, and in doing so, ridiculing the United States of America, which deserves some ridicule because the country did elect Donald Trump in 2016. They claim to be for law and order. They claim to be for the Constitution. They're certainly not acting like it. And we're going to have continued coverage of this on our Instagram page. Find us at David Pakman Show on Instagram. One of our sponsors today is Lucy, and they are giving my audience 20% off. Lucy is a company founded by Caltech scientists with only one mission, which is to help people quit smoking and vaping by offering a clean, affordable nicotine alternative. Now, many of you know, you've heard the stories. I've known several people in my life who have struggled with quitting smoking. I've seen how difficult it can be. And nicotine alternatives can be hugely helpful. Lucy offers a nicotine gum in 3 flavors: wintergreen, cinnamon, and pomegranate. They also have lozenges, which come in cherry ice flavor. Lucy is affordable. It'll ship right to your door. You don't have to go out to the store. Shipping is always free. You can buy single boxes or save with a subscription. It's the year 2020. It's time to throw the cigarettes away and get rid of the vape. And Lucy can make it easier. You'll find a ton of excellent reviews online from countless people who have used Lucy to quit smoking and vaping. Go check them out at lucy.co. I've put the link right underneath this video, and you'll get 20% off when you use the coupon code PAKMAN. And just a quick disclaimer, I'm required to give: these products contain nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.